I met Alex a little over a year ago and, well, it was magical. We clicked instantly and he was everything I dreamed of. Kind, funny, and incredible with my son who isn't even his. But there was this other side to Alex that didn't become obvious right away. You see, Alex grew up in a world I only ever saw on TV. A world where money wasn't just accessible, it was taken for granted. I grew up scraping by, navigating debts and single parenthood, while he floated through life with financial ease. But I told myself I could handle it. After all, love transcends backgrounds, right? At first, his offhand comments about people who can't manage money or not having enough class stung, but I chalked it up to ignorance. He didn't know my past, didn't understand that debt and scraping by weren't always choices but sometimes all I had. When he learned about my struggles, he apologized, saying he respected me even more. I wanted so badly to believe him. The months passed and Alex kept up his gestures of kindness, but the subtle tensions between us lingered, like shadows that wouldn't disappear. Even though he listened when I talked about my past, there were always moments when he'd say things that left me cold. Little reminders that he didn't fully grasp how survival looked when you were one paycheck away from disaster. Then one evening after a long day with some refugee kids I work with, he said it again. Everyone has opportunities to move up if they really want to. I looked at him, wondering if he could see the disbelief in my eyes. Not everyone, I whispered. But he countered, you did. That sentence echoed louder and louder in my head. It was as though he couldn't see me anymore, only the shiny surface of our new blended life. I wondered, is he looking past me, thinking I'm still just someone lucky enough to have made it into his world? The days after that were tense. I tried to tell myself I was overthinking, that maybe I had an inferiority complex. Yet each time he made a dismissive comment about someone who didn't have it together financially, that old fear surfaced again. Was I still that person in his eyes? And if so, would he someday see me as less worthy just like them? One evening as we lay in bed, he pulled me close and told me how proud he was of me. But in that moment his words sounded hollow. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was a guest in his life, a lucky outsider invited into a world I'd never belonged to. There's a deep divide between us and I don't know if love alone can bridge it. I've had to fight every step of my life just to get here. And as much as I love him, I don't know if I can keep pretending that his bubble doesn't make me feel like an outsider. I took a deep breath and looked at him, his face softened by the moonlight. Alex, I said, my voice trembling. I love you, but if you can't respect where people like me come from, I don't know if I'll ever feel safe here. He stared at me and for a second I saw the boy who'd never had to worry about a meal or a mortgage. And then I waited, hoping, praying, that he'd understand what I needed.